Well, we can discuss this a little further now because joining me on the line is Mark Williams-Thomas, who's a former detective who worked on paedophile cases. He now works as a child protection consultant. Very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good evening.
Do you think that Jack Straw was right to raise this issue?
Absolutely. And in Keith Vass, it's slightly confusing in the way, because on one hand he said it's really important that we need to look at this and consider the elements around it. Well, we wouldn't be talking about it now had Jack Straw not come out and made the comments he made. Now, I'm not sure necessarily the comment with regards to it being easy prey is one that's correct, because if that is the case, then why aren't we seeing that with other cultures? But on the other hand, I also don't believe Keith Vass is correct in the way that he's saying it's dangerous to stereotype, because there clearly is some kind of cultural issue around this element. It might not be simply around culture, but certainly we are seeing, and we have seen for a number of years now, an issue with Pakistani males targeting white teenage girls using a grooming process in order to traffic them around the UK.
And why is that happening, do you think?
Well, this is the issue. The issue is not about racism in any way at all. It requires a debate. I don't know. I'm not from a Pakistani community. I don't know what is driving these individuals to specifically target white young girls. But it is clearly an issue, and it is a pocketed issue. It's not around the whole of the UK. It is certain areas, and it's correct. Of course, other individuals, Westerners, whites, all kinds of ethnic origin will target young girls. But we are seeing a specific problem. I spoke at a conference recently around this, and I raised the issue, and in fact a senior police officer came up to me afterwards and said this is a significant problem, and we've got to stop burying our heads. This is a problem. For years now, people have ignored this issue. They've buried their heads and they've failed to address it because of the fear that comes about talking about very sensitive ethnic issues. But it needs addressing because it is a major problem.
And how? How should it be addressed? What needs to happen now?
Well, we clearly need a coordinated approach, and I'm not sure the Serious and Organised Crime Agency are the right people, because they are looking for evidence and criminality, and they are a policing organisation. I think what we need to do is set up some kind of coordinated approach using Safe and Sound, Bernardo's, using some academics in this field, as well as the police, to say, what are the issues? Because it is pocketed. We can go to certain areas of the country and we can look at those that are particularly dominated by Pakistanis and say, why are these issues arising? And by doing that, we can then start to try and draw some solutions to the problem, because I'm sure there are solutions. One big issue is we need to start to educate those young girls within those communities that are being targeted how grooming works, and particularly parents as well, about how their children will be groomed, because the large majority of children that are falling into this area are those that are vulnerable, either through going missing, repeatedly going missing, and not being followed up properly, or their parents are simply not reporting them, but they're staying out late. And we are seeing alcohol, gifts, nice going out in nice cars, drugs also being involved, and as part of the grooming process, they are then passed around to other males. So it's not simply grooming. Grooming is the process that's used, but we're very much talking about the trafficking of young girls.
But it's very difficult, isn't it? How do you educate young girls about this specific issue without being racist?
Well, because I don't think we need to look at it as being a racist issue. We need to go within that and say they may well be of Pakistani, of different colour and different origin than us, but after all, they are still committing this offence, and we just need to simply say, these are the communities that are particularly being targeted, these are the nature of the offenders. Let's not make it a racist issue. I really don't think it needs to go down that route. We just simply are saying, these offenders have a different skin and a different origin than us. That is all. That doesn't need to become a racist issue.
Okay, Mark Williams-Thomas, thanks very much indeed for your time today. Thank you.